Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Starting with the name of Almighty Allah, the most gracious and merciful. I started the course outlines of Journal Science of grade 8, and from these outlines I started Unit 1. Unit 1 is about human organ systems. So as the name indicates that this unit consists of the systems, organ systems which are present in the human body. So students, in this chapter we will inshallah learn about the structure and the function of nervous system and model of nervous system. We will learn about reflex actions, voluntary actions and involuntary actions, and we will discuss about the actions that are done in consciousness of body or these functions that are autonomously done, and we will label different diagrams. And other functions include the excretory system and its function, and we'll discuss on the kidney as a excretory organ and the system of excretions in human beings, and other some techniques that are used to care the kidneys. As we know that the human body is consist of many different systems. So these systems include nervous system, excretory system, circulatory system, respiratory system, reproductive system, and digestive system. So students, now we discuss that how a system is formed and how a system is able to work. In previous grades, we learned about the cell, tissues, and different organs, and we know that whenever a cell combine, it form a tissue. And we also know that cell is the structural and functional unit of an organism, and cells form the body. Okay, a cell is the structural and functional unit of an organism. When the cells are of different types, or sometimes the similar cells combine together and they form a tissue, and these tissues work differently in different organs and in different regions of the body. So when cells combine to form the tissues, and then these tissues combine and form the organs, and whenever organs coordinate with each other and linked by different tissues and want to perform some of the functions for the fulfillment of different roles and for performing different functions, body have to coordinate with different organs. And whenever these different organs coordinate with each other, and they form a system, and therefore these systems work out and they perform the functions and work the body actively. So these systems are nervous system. It consists of nerves, and excretory system, as the name indicates, there is a system that is working for the excretion of the body. And the third one is the circulatory system. As the name indicates, that it involves in the circulation. the question is that what type of circulation is involved in the circulatory system? The circulatory system involves the circulation of the blood. That through circulatory system, the oxygenated blood can be reached to the different organs of the body, and we know that each of the cell of the body is need of oxygen because cell has to respire. Whenever cell has to respire, then it is need of oxygen, and this oxygen is transported by the circulatory system by the oxygenated blood, and oxygenated blood is carried out by the lungs whenever we respire and we inhale different gases, and but our body is only need of oxygen, therefore oxygen binds with the blood, or we can say that oxygen bind with RBCs. RBCs are the blood cells and make it a type of blood which is known as the oxygenated blood. Then these lungs transport it to the heart, and then heart pump this blood to the cells of the body, and hence in this way heart transport the oxygenated blood to the body cells. And the fourth one is the respiratory system. Respiratory system involved in the respiration of the body. Its functions to respire the body, and from respiration we mean the inhalation and exhalation of air. Inhalation mean to inhale or intake of oxygen or intake of certain gases, and exhalation of carbon dioxide. So the word respiratory system indicates that respiratory system is a type of system that is involved in the respiration of the body. And the fifth one is the reproductive system. And the reproductive system is a type of the system which involves in the reproduction of the organism. And we know that the reproduction is a phenomena in which the organisms produce their siblings or produce the organisms same like them. And the sixth one is digestive system. And we know that the digestive system is a type of the system in which the food we take in is digested, or the type of the system which is responsible for the digestion of the food. And the food may be of different type. Um, it may be bread, it may be fruit, it may be juices, or whatever we take the food, and the system is responsible to digest it. From the digestion means to break the food and eliminate and separate the unwanted food and only absorb the useful material. Like we know that whenever we take a food, like we are taking the bulk of food, and this food may contain starch, carbohydrates, lipids, proteins. Its composition is different, but we don't know that this food is rich of that particular biomolecule. But we are taking the food for the intake of energy, for the sake of energy. There we know that the food provide us energy. For the purpose of getting energy we take food. Therefore when we take food, our digestive system that starts from mouth and ends at anus, and this digestive system digests the food. And we know that the digestive system starts from mouth, and in mouth the digestion of carbohydrates occur. As the food moves in the digestive tract, the food is being digested. That after digestion in mouth, the food moves in the stomach. Their food is further digested and it becomes the soup-like structure. Then further it move ahead into the intestines, large intestine, small intestine, and then after absorption and reabsorption it is eliminated from the body by excretory system. And here students, did you notice that digestive system is connected with the excretory system? And we know that here the respiratory system is also connected, because through respiratory systems we are getting the oxygen. And similarly, along this the nervous system is also attached and also coordinate with this, that we are taking food by our wish, and here our wish is included. This wish is included with the help of the nervous system. So students, and these systems are coordinated with each other, and they have to coordinate for the proper functioning of the body. So in this chapter, in the beginning of this chapter, we are going to learn about the system. And different system, first of all we will discuss on the nervous system. So we know that each of the system is made by a proper process, like the first cell is connected with another cell. It means that the cells combine, and different type of cells whenever combine, then they form the tissues, and these tissues combine together, they form an organ. And here it form a stomach, which we call organ of human body, that is used for the digestion. Then these different organs combines together, they form the human organ systems. And these organ systems combines, whenever they combines and they coordinate with each other, and they help each other. And whenever they help each other and they combine together and coordinates with each other, they form a organism, a which is a peak point, okay, which we call a complete organism, in which the functions are properly going on and functions are properly functioning. So students, in this chapter we are going to study the nervous system. So the nervous system is the type of the system in human body which carries messages from one part of the body to another part and make us feel and react to different things and different situations. Let us take example. Whenever we touch a hot thing or we touch a hot stove, then the meanwhile at the same time we blink and we get separate and we get side, because when we touch a hard thing, when we touch a hard iron or hot stove, then a message is conveyed to our brain that he is touching a hard thing that is not good for him or her, that is not good and it's dangerous. Then instantly the brain orders the hand of the human or orders the hand of that particular organism to jerk his hand away, and this happened within a second, and this is due to a system which we call as the nervous system. Okay, similarly we take another example that whenever an insect is sit on our arm, then our brain receive a message from body's arm that an insect is sitting in the insect is sitting on the arm of that person. Then the brain send back a message for the stimulus that jerk your hand or to flick the insect away before it stings you. And you people are thinking that how it happens. It happens due to the system that we call the nervous system. So now we are going to study the nervous system, and we know that the nervous system is the system of nerves. Now we categorize it and we study the different types of nervous system. The human nervous system, it consists of the neurons and tissues that are regulating the body and regulating stimuli and responses. And the nervous system is complex of information, and it's the complex information processing system that consists of mainly brain and spinal cord. Also it consists of nerves. I am repeating that the human nervous system consists of brain, spinal cord. Spinal cord is a tube-like structure present in the vertebral column, or we also call it the backbone. Okay, now human nervous system consists of brain, spinal cord and nerves. These are the nerves. The bluish color that here in this picture, the bluish color of the bluish lines or bluish colored lines are called as the nerves. Now, how many types of the nervous system and in how many parts we divide the nervous system? Now we divide the nervous system into two parts. The first part is the central nervous system, and the second part of the nervous system is the peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system, also known as the CNS, and the peripheral nervous system known as PNS. Now, the central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord, and the peripheral nervous system consists of nerves, and the neurons consist of the different types of neurons. So a nervous system is central nervous system. Central nervous system contains the brain and spinal cord. peripheral nervous system consists of the nerves of the body. So the question is that how our body is working with the nervous system. So let me explain that whenever a change occur in the environment, and from environment means the external environment, whenever a stimuli or a change occur in the external environment, then our body feels that change, and this feeling is due to the sensory neurons, and then these sensory neurons carry impulses. These sensory neurons carry messages from that point of change. At that point of change, there are the sensors are present, which we call the receptors. From these receptors, sensory neurons take information and send this information to the motor neuron, and this motor neuron and these sensory neurons take message to the associative or interneuron, and these inter or associative neuron analyze and integrate and focuses on the change and focuses on the situation. Then this neuron transfer the message to brain, and then brain orders the body through motor neuron. Then motor neuron take message from brain to the effectors of the bodies to react and to act upon the situation. So in this way, brain communicates with the body and resolve the problem of the organism. Students, this in this lecture I give the concepts about the human organ systems and about the cells of the body, and I give you the main concepts about this chapter, and inshallah in next chapter we will further elaborate the two parts of the central nervous system, that are central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. And hope so you people are getting my points and you are understanding what am saying and what I want to explain. If you have any problem and if you have any confusion, then let me know, and you can text me, and you can comment on the lecture, and you can comment on the video, and also share your comments, also share your opinions in the comment section, and be update me about my lecture and about your confusion, so that I can cover your concepts and explain and clear your concepts. And if you like this video and you are satisfied from me and from my lecture, then subscribe my channel and subscribe my videos, so that the next videos and the upcoming videos can be sent to you and you become updated. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.